Hello, good night, everybody. Good night. My name is Michelle Samuel, and I am the host of Startup Huddle St. Lucia. And this evening's topic is specifically geared towards persons who are in the healthy eating space and persons who are all about eating naturally, eating healthy, and eating for a long life. So that's basically what our topic is: healthy eating, the key to long life. Now, this evening we'll be talking about this. Um, we'll be talking about this particular topic, and we have a wonderful individual, a young lady, who is very passionate about this particular topic. Her entire business is centered around it, and we will hear from her shortly. We also have a team of expert panel who will be assessing her presentation as well as giving her advice and tips on what she can do to perfect her business. They have extensive experience in the healthy eating and also in the rejuvenation of life type of lifestyle, especially when it comes to health matters, especially when it comes to living a better life, especially when it comes to eating for you to live. They are experienced in this space. Now, for those of you who are watching right now, I would advise you to share this link with someone and invite them to watch with you. You can share this link on social media, particularly if you're sharing on Facebook. Please use the hashtag SHSL, hashtag Startup Huddle St. Lucia, and of course, hashtag healthy eating for long life, or hashtag healthy eating long life. And let them know that this is the place for them to be. Now, Startup Huddle St. Lucia is a wonderful event for entrepreneurs run by entrepreneurs. I will, of course, be introducing my very special guest. But before I do that, I will, of course, be bringing onto the stage some of my team members who's going to help me execute this particular event. We have right now Miss Lisa Yard. I'm going to bring her on. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing this evening?
Hi, how are you guys? Doing
Hi.
okay? Thanks.
And we have my colleague, Mr. Marvin Lee. Marvin, how are you?
Hi, good evening. I'm doing well. How are you?
Awesome. So we're going to be starting, of course, with a word of prayer as we do with every single one of our events. And I'm going to ask my new colleague, Mr. Marvin Lee, to lead us in prayer.
All right, everybody, bow your heads, please. Heavenly Father, we'd like to thank you for today. We'd like to thank you for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us. As we all gather here this evening, we ask that any technical difficulties be absent and we ask that everything goes the way that it should and for us to have a blessed evening and a blessed presentation for the presenters. And may we all learn something new this evening. As we ask in your precious name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so very much, Marvin, for that wonderful prayer. And I'm going to, of course, start out with brief introductions, and then we're going to take a brief break so that you all understand and know who is behind Startup Huddle. I mean, as in the global partners, because, of course, this particular program was created by a specific global partner that we want to just say thank you to, and that's the Global Entrepreneurship Network. We will share with you a little bit about them after we, of course, do our introductions of our team members. So let's start out with you, Lisa. Ladies first. Please tell everybody who you are and the role that you play.
My name is Lisa Yard, Capacity or Project Manager for Startup Huddle St. Lucia.
Yay, there we go. And Mr. Marvin Lee.
Okay, my name is Marvin Lee Grant. I am the newest member to the Startup Huddle team, so I'm just learning the ropes right now.
All right. So he's learning the ropes, but he's actually tonight's moderator. So he will be monitoring the chat space and the comment space. So those of you who, of course, joining us, please join in the discussion using the chat and the comment box that you're using, whether it's Facebook or whether it's on YouTube. And of course, Marvin will be engaging with you as time goes by. Lisa, of course, she will be with us, but she has to leave early because she has another engagement to attend to. But I really appreciate her showing up and, of course, showing her support for this particular event. Lisa, are you excited about our next presenter?
Yep, because it'll help
Yep.
me eat
Okay.
more. Finally.
Finally, I mean,
Finally.
all these years I've been telling you, soda is not good for you and all these type of things, and you only now want to start eating healthy.
No, no, no.
Well,
I
better late than
starting by a
never.
stop. I'm not disciplined enough.
Well, at least you can admit that. But I'm hoping that after she presents, the knowledge that she imparts on us will actually resonate and we will apply it in our daily lives. Okay, so I am going to say goodbye for now to my team members. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Thank you so much. Bye, Lisa. Awesome. So these are my team members that are here tonight. There are team members that are not present currently. So we have Anita James, and she is the person who reviews the applications that you send in to us for you to present. We also have Mr. Isaiah Lord, who is the marketing manager, and Miss Shadia Adonis, who is the assistant marketing manager. So when you're looking at promotions and advertising of our events, these are the people who handle that. And they are not here with us this evening. I do miss them, and I'm hoping that they will be able to join our next event. But hopefully, Anita will be joining in the chat space. So without further ado, I'm going to take a brief break to, of course, introduce to you who is the global host behind Startup Huddle St. Lucia and who made it possible for us to have this license here in St. Lucia. And I'm talking none other than the Global Entrepreneurship Network.
I'm Jonathan Ortmans, president and founder of the Global Entrepreneurship Network. What we're about is creating an opportunity for anybody, anywhere, to unleash their idea. We want to make sure that the guy that's got the worst deal on the planet has an opportunity. At the Global Entrepreneurship Network, we've built one global entrepreneurship ecosystem that allows anyone on the planet to be able to connect, understand, support, and celebrate the entrepreneurs that represent so much promise for our future. We went in with the belief that we could create a common culture across the globe in the interest of entrepreneurship and innovation. We learned a lot of techniques and tools about ultimately how do you build a community that's across the world? How do you cross national boundaries and cultures and religions and languages? We discovered something that was common in all people. They have this enthusiasm and curiosity about making the world a better place. We tried to provide some structure, but allow a lot of flowers to be blooming the way they wanted to. We have divided our work into 4 primary cornerstones. We want to be able to connect everybody across any aspects of an entrepreneurial ecosystem to find peers, find markets, and find opportunities. Secondly, we want to understand the field better. We want to elevate the field based on research and data. And then thirdly, we're working carefully to provide the best support programs we can find. The last part is we like to celebrate. It's where we began with Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is the notion of making the role of the entrepreneur be perceived around the world as being a force for good, as being the individuals who are able to create new value in our societies and can really set an example for all of our citizens in the way we go about living our lives. Entrepreneurs are the great equalizers. They bring the ability of anybody to be able to have the opportunity no matter where they come from in the world. That promise of entrepreneurship is always what's empowered our community.
And there you have it. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Global Entrepreneurship Network for allowing us to run this program here for entrepreneurs, particularly for startups that are 6 months in operation to 3 years in operation. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to invite back my colleague, Marvin, to just briefly give you an introduction as to who's presenting today and also who our expert panelists are.
Marvin, welcome back. Hi. Thank you for having me again. Okay, so let's begin. So tonight, Wednesday, May 12th, we are talking, as Michelle said, healthy eating, the key to a long life. Our first presenter is the startup Vegan Avenue. Making the presentation will be the founder, Miss Roxanne Mathurin. Vegan Avenue provides natural and healthy foods and beverages such as a variety of sea moss, smoothies, for persons 2 years to senior citizens. Hmm. So, our expert panel now are two individuals with several years of experience in the healthy eating space. Of course, Miss Robin Darrell of St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers, and Right Honorable Priest Kailash Leonce of Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center. Now, our second presenter is the guest speaker, Miss Robin Darrell. She'll be presenting on the topic Healthy Eating Key to a Long Life. Now, for your 10 steps for the best startup huddle experience, the first thing you need to do, of course, is read up on the companies by visiting their social media pages and websites. Like and follow their pages and subscribe to the websites as well. Second, you could register to attend the Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Third, share the event with others in the small business and entrepreneurial community and with the community groups, encouraging persons to attend as well. Now, on the day, listen to the presentations and take note of the key points of each company's and what they're asking. During the question and answer session, ask the presenters questions based on what you read on their social media sites or on their websites on what they presented. Now, our sixth, of course, is 1 second. Offer advice on what the companies could do to help their businesses or their ventures, and produce resources and contact information when necessary. Offer to patronize the companies, of course, you have to support them and buy their products or their services. Then you could fill out the online polls and surveys to provide the anonymous constructive feedback to the presenters, and post a comment on the Startup Huddle St. Lucia Facebook page giving your review on the event and the companies. And finally, keep up to date with upcoming events and to register to attend them.
All right. Thank you so much,
Okay, so this is what we expect of you. So you heard the 10 steps on how to best engage yourself in a Startup Huddle St. Lucia event. Now, of course, you heard who our presenters are. Our presenters are, of course, number one, the startup herself. That is Miss Roxanne Mathurin representing Vegan Avenue. And then our second presenter is our guest speaker, Miss Robin Darrell, who will be presenting again on the topic Healthy Eating, the Key to Long Life. Now, of course, our guest speaker will be speaking after our presenter, and you, of course, will be able to engage with the presenter by using the chat space. So use the chat space below. Post your comments, post your questions, and then when it's time for Q&A, we will highlight it on the main stage. Please let us know where you're joining us from. If you're joining us from St. Lucia, what part of St. Lucia? If you're outside of St. Lucia, tell us what country you're joining us from or what island in the region you're joining us from. We really love to have you. So again, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for choosing Hair Startup Huddle St. Lucia for you to be this evening. Now, without further ado, I'm going to bring up on the main stage our expert panelists so that you can hear from them who they are and what they do. So first of all, I'm going to bring up Miss Robin Darrell. Hi, Miss Darrell. How are you?
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so very much. And I'm also going to bring up Right Honorable Priest Kailash. Hi, good evening. And how are
Yes,
you,
blessed love,
sir?
sister. I'm
Blessed
blessed,
love.
give thanks.
All right. So I'm going to allow each of them to briefly introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about themselves, and of course, why they chose or they accepted the offer to be expert panelists for this evening. So, Miss Robin Darrell, I'll allow you to go first. Please unmute yourself. You're muted.
Sorry, my name is Good
There you go.
Evening again. The name is Robin Darrell. I'm the president for the Solution Network of the Rural Women Producers, where we do a lot of gluten-free products, We do make a lot of healthy products. That's part of our decision in getting good products for the group.
All right, thank you so very much. Thank you so much again for being here. So, why did you accept the call when the offer came for you to be an expert panelist? Why did you say yes?
I said this because now everybody is into healthy eating. Everybody is watching how they eat, their weight, and now that we are um, we are faced with so many non-communicable diseases, and healthy eating is a good way in helping us in some of overcoming some of those diseases.
I agree. And again, I want to say thank you for accepting that call to serve as an expert panelist for this evening. Thank you so much again.
Welcome.
All right. And now I call upon Right Honorable Priest Kailash to introduce himself briefly and, of course, a bit about himself and why he accepted the call to serve as expert panelist tonight.
Well, give thanks for life and a mighty life giver, and give thanks for the opportunity. Definitely, my name is Right Honorable Priest Kailash Leonce. I'm the chairman of the Great Physician International and also founder of Mon Kailash Rejuvenation Center and also co-founder of Ubuntu Movements. Basically, what we do in life is to basically share a part of our natural levity, which incorporates, which naturally is about that investment into self-love, taking care of yourself, investing in self, and ensuring that you put into your temple the best of everything just because of that fundamental love for self. So all of our enterprises, whatever we deal with from our plant-based restaurants or from our rejuvenation center, what we provide people is that natural alternative, right, to actually naturally eradicate disease. The reason why we took the offer is basically um, it is good to actually see that there are younger people. I remember when we first started plant-based restaurants in St. Lucia. I mean, we were among the only restaurant that didn't sell no cheese and milk and all these different type of things. So now to see that there are so many people who coming along, it is good that at least that interest is there, that entrepreneurs and young people could actually see serving people with upful things, good foods, as a means of actually earning capital and making good business.
Awesome. So, thank you again so much, both of you, for agreeing to be on our expert panel this evening. And of course, your role is not really difficult per se. Your role basically is to assess the presenter. You give her advice based on the information that she presents to you, and also give a bit of tips, and of course, to constructively criticize, constructive criticism on her presentation and also her presence, the information that she produces, and also the Facebook page and the Instagram page that she currently has up, so that she knows the best way forward in her business. So again, thank you so much for agreeing to serve on our panel. So I'm going to send you to the backstage where you will be watching and listening while our presenter, of course, shares her story. So we're going to see you in a while. I'm going to send you to the backstage. Again, thank you, Ms. Darrell, and thank you, Right Honorable Priest Kailash. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the young lady that you all tuned in to watch, to listen, to hear, and to learn from is from Vegan Avenue. And this young lady goes by the name of Roxanne Mathurin. So I'm going to bring on Miss Mathurin, or Mrs. Mathurin, I should say, so that you can see who she is. Hi, Mrs. Mathurin.
Hi, good evening, and good evening to everyone, viewers, panelists.
So, Roxanne, I want to say thank you again for you taking that initiative, taking that step, and accepting that call to present this evening, because you were sourced out as opposed to just applying to the program. Um, you were found, I should say, because of certain things that you were posting on social media that really highlighted our interest. And that is why we offered you that particular opportunity to present here this evening, especially because we see the need for young persons such as you to really champion this new healthy eating movement. It really is what helps to, I would say, lengthen our lives. So I want to say thank you as a young person. Thank you for taking, that holding up that mantle, holding up that candle, and running with it. Thank you again, so very much.
It
Um,
is my pleasure.
yes. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going backstage to allow Roxanne to present what she has for you, her story about her business, her startup. Now, again, remember the 10 steps that my colleague Marvin mentioned to you. Pay attention to
Yes.
what she's stating, right? And also, when it's time for Q&A, we will be
Uh-huh.
highlighting your comments and questions on the big screen. So while she's presenting, please use the chat or comment box to, of course, post your comments or your questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sharing my screen, Roxanne, and then
Okay.
we will start getting ready for your presentation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so all you have to do, you just give me the cue, let me know when to change slides, just say next slide, and then, I'll go ahead and switch for you. Okay. All right. Let us shine.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so this is your presentation. So Roxanne, I'm going to step to the backstage and then allow you to take it over. Okay. You can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right.
Roxanne, can you see your presentation? Roxanne, we're having trouble hearing you. Your connection seems to be unstable. We're having trouble hearing you. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to try my best to assist Roxanne here. Roxanne, can you hear me? Let's see how I can assist. Just one moment, everyone. With technology, these things happen, but not to worry. We will get back on the ball very soon. Just give us a moment, please. Okay, Roxanne, can you hear me? You seem to be having some connectivity issues. What you can try doing is logging out and logging back in to see if that would help. Can you hear me? Okay, so we temporarily lost Roxanne, but we will try to get her back as soon as possible. So, what we're going to do in the meantime, while we're trying to get Roxanne back, I'm going to briefly show you just one of our, or introduce to you one of our supporters for Startup Huddle St. Lucia. When we come back, we will once again try to get Roxanne back on stage so that she can make her presentation. Those of you who are watching on Facebook and on YouTube, thank you so much for your patience. We really do appreciate it. Technology does have its shortcomings. So we will be back after this brief break. And we are back. Roxanne, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You seem to be having some connectivity issues because your internet connection is not very strong. And that is causing some delay and latency on our
Yeah.
end. We have trouble hearing you.
Let me see if I switch to my phone because I don't know, but I believe it's across the board. All right, now let me see what I can do.
Okay, so let's try to get you
Uh,
logged in on a different device to see if that would help, and then we can take
yeah,
it
let me
from
see.
there. Okay?
Yeah, because I wasn't hearing you for a moment in time. So I'm going to see if I switch to my phone if it will work.
Okay, let's try that.
Continue with any particular platform because they have Facebook and they have YouTube and
You need to
Facebook.
log
So
into
YouTube,
StreamYard. That's the only platform you can log into.
yeah, I'm on StreamYard, but it says continue with YouTube or Facebook on my phone. So I
Um,
want to know which one we're streaming from or anyone is
well,
good.
it could be anyone because we're streaming live on both of the platforms.
Okay, well I'll do YouTube. I'm gonna try YouTube.
Okay, so let's try that and see what happens. Thank you so very much for your patience, everyone. Okay, so let's see if we can have. All right, so Roxanne, the other device that you're logged in with, once you're at it, it will cause feedback. So you need to log out of the other one. So let's see what happens. Hey Roxanne, let's try this. You're muted.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I'm here.
Oh, that
Can
is
you
so
hear
much
me?
better. So
Okay.
much better.
Okay,
Excellent.
I just went to the top. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
One
Thanks for
other
your
thing I want
patience.
to try. Yeah, as you turned it, you went sideways.
Yes, I'm going to. rectify that now.
There we go. Awesome.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And we are
thank
back.
you. Excellent. Excellent. So thank you for those of you in the chat space who are rooting for Roxanne. She's back. She's back. She's back. So let's
Thank you, and we shall resume.
we shall
Well, start
resume.
over, but resume the program.
All right. So let's get back to this presentation. All right. So I'm sharing my screen now. Let me know when you can see it, Roxanne, and then we'll begin, okay?
Okay,
You can see it?
I can see. Yes,
Awesome. So I'm going to take myself out, but I can still
yes,
hear you. So you just give me the
yes.
cue and then we'll switch slides, right?
Okay,
Okay, but just be reminded in the private chat is where you need to look for the timer. Marvin will be
uh-huh.
letting you know how much time you have left on your presentation, okay?
Okay,
All right, excellent. You can take it away.
okay. Once again, good evening, panelists, ladies, gentlemen, and viewers. And to start up Huddle Up, welcome. It is my esteemed honor to present Vegan Avenue. Next slide, please, Mish. My name is Roxanne Mathurin, co-founder of Vegan Avenue. See, have you thought of your health lately? Hmm. I am Roxanne Mathurin, and I present to you Vegan Avenue. We're seeing the loss of loved ones and persons with underlying issues, likewise myself, having preeclampsia and anemia. Hence, Vegan Avenue was born. We are natural and healthy product providers, providing CMOS and smoothies, in addition to healthy treats and healthy vegan meals. Next slide, please. Problems facing elderly are the health issues and poor eating habits among young people, improper eating routines and lifestyles. In addition, we cater to senior citizens with underlying conditions, lacto-ovo, plant-based, and pescatarians. Next slide, please. Existing competitors are Scott's Moss, Felly Belly, CMOS Delights, Grassroots Vegan Cuisine, and Cardinal Vegan Cuisine. Next slide. Key stakeholders and partners. We are in partnership with SAPS, which is Smith's Agro-Processing Packaging Supplies, and Ramco Plastics, and also Health Nuts. Yes, Mish. Our beneficiaries include persons with underlying issues, um, weight loss persons, bodybuilders, athletes, and pregnant women. Unique value proposition. Vegan Avenue is a health conscious company which provides natural products for health nuts of all ages who believe that to eat right is to live right. Next slide. Solutions to problems mentioned. Work in collaboration with patients of clinics or nursing homes to provide natural and fresh fruit and vegetables to make natural products, giving guidance and consultation to population seeking to maintain a healthy and fit lifestyle. Next slide. Our outreach goes via social medias such as Zoom, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and agro-processing markets, which are featured right here. Next slide, please. The key impact and metrics the majority being women, 72.6, and 27.4 being men. In the duration of April to May, April being the highest level of sales experienced with the business. Likewise, a customer review of the Oat Nuts movie, which is seen right here, our bestseller to date. Next slide, please. Our finances valued at $140,000, which includes cost of labor, which day-to-day activities, $25,000, cost of equipment, $50,000, cost of infrastructure, $50,000, and transportation, $40,000. Next slide, please. Timeline. Our timeline shows the duration of January to April, where in January we restructured and revised, and also registration of business, recommenced of business, and in March we have reproduction of CMOS and smoothies with the addition of meals and healthy treats. And last but not least, April 2021, where sales in full effect and networking. Next slide. In our networking, we have Taiwanese government, Gen Caribbean, SLYBT, Startup Huddle Up, and Chamber of Commerce. Next. Lastly, but by no means least, we have our social media pages where you can find us on Facebook, Vegan Avenue, Instagram at the GNation323, and of course, WhatsApp 1758-717-4308 and 484-4347. I thank you. Yes, Mish.
All right. Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done. Great job. Great job. All right. So I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to let the expert panelists back onto the stage because they're the ones who are going to be critiquing you and giving you the comments and questions. So I'm going to bring on Miss Robin Darrell now. And I'm also going to bring on Right Honorable Priest Kailash now. Awesome. And I am going to then now take a step back and just remember, each of you, Miss Robin Darrell, you have 5 minutes with Q&A with Roxanne, and Right Honorable Priest Kailash, you have 5 minutes as well with Roxanne. So it's a total of 10 minutes. Please keep your eyes on the private chats for our timer. Marvin will let you know how much time you have left. And
I'm
after
not
that,
hearing you too clearly.
yeah, and after the Q&A with Roxanne and the expert panel, we will then have the Q&A with Roxanne and the audience. So audience members, please use the chat for your comments, and your questions will come to you in a moment. All right, so I'm going to take a step back and allow you to begin. Who wants to start with the questioning? Ms. Darrell or Right Honorable Priest, which one of you would like to start first?
Yes, it will say ladies first, so I'll go ahead.
Ladies first. All right, so I'm going to take myself back and allow you to take the floor.
Okay. Good evening, Miss Roxanne.
Good evening, Miss Darrell.
Um, I know your business is husband wife. I noticed you said. Normally now you don't find husband and wife um doing business together. But tell me how is it working for you? How in terms of everybody have their different opinions on different things, and how are you all making it work?
Oh, Well, with founder and co-founder, well, really and truly, Gina and Maffer, my husband, is the founder, and I'm co-founder. I came in as co-founder, seeing the need in the entire nation for it, especially in this pandemic. I could really say that it's a blessing to have him with me, because honestly, they had times where I felt like I was gonna give up. I felt like certain things were just not for me. It's like it was just never working out for me personally. And I myself needed that push. So it really worked well for me this far.
Okay.
It's actually great to have two minds thinking alike to bring forward something great.
Okay. Thank you. Another question. In the products that you use, are they organically grown, or do you have special person that you buy your products from that doesn't contain chemicals?
Yes, we do. We have actually some agro processors that we know personally who would supply us with the different ingredients to in our endeavors to make our products. And they are definitely all natural, nothing added. And well, natural sweeteners, which we explore every day to see which would fit right with the product that we produce.
Okay. I think Mr. Kailash would like to ask you a few questions now.
Give thanks, blessed. Blessed love, how you doing?
That's it, love. I'm good, thanks.
All right, okay.
Yourself?
Give thanks for your presentation. So why Vegan Avenue?
Well, Vegan Avenue, well, my husband's father had a company which he once named Third Avenue. And we saw the need also to carry the legacy to go into, well, strictly vegan meals. Well, of course, branching off, as you heard, into the plant based, lacto ovo, and pescatarian to give everyone a chance to experience our cuisine in a different way, but keeping it all natural.
All right. So if it is called Vegan Avenue, and you are by definition, what would you define as being a vegan or vegan?
Well, from our understanding of vegan, we know that there are different types of, some are strictly plant-based, and also where I put in lacto ovo, but that's on the vegetarian side. But for us too, we are plant-based and, well, a bit of lacto ovo as well for me. Reason being, I fall into the pregnant women category.
Okay, but I mean, it
Yes,
would be
so
a
there is a
it
bit
would
of
be
that needed.
yeah. If it is that, what I would say is that um straight off the bat, like if it is that you say it's a vegan avenue, a vegan is basically like you won't use no animal products whatsoever, like nothing at all. Even if it is that you have a bag, if it is that you have a bag that's actually made out of leather, but you won't even actually have that on your, or anything made out of any animal products, not only eating it but actually even utilizing these
Right.
type of things. So I would think that if it is that the business and also have what you would call animal products, the name would be a bit like, and then when you listed your competitors, some of the competitors that you mentioned, they are like really like vegan people. I don't think that they would fall as a competitor because they offer what you cater for um, is completely different from what they cater for. So what benefits have you said that you went into the business because of your own personal problems when it comes to your health and what you saw
In
happening.
terms of family problems as well, losing
Oh,
loved ones in addition to that. Well, for chronic illnesses which could have been helped if their eating habits were better.
so what benefits have you witnessed as you have embarked upon a different kind of lifestyle?
Well, I have the benefit of I could say I feel different. For myself, I've experienced weight loss. Um, it inspired me to inspire others, and it also with my anemia being anemic, it brought me out to explore different ways to, especially with CMOS, that's a big thing for us. And I believe the entire population too. But for me personally, it has helped me a lot. My immune system has an extra boost. Um, yeah, I feel stronger. And although pregnancy would deplete certain things in my blood count or whatnot, but I've gained strength from it. I've seen results with many others that I have helped. Even my grandmother, she is not so well, and I have seen a difference in her as well. She has springed forth from looking like she is going to die like 2 weeks ago. And it really made her stronger. And she's literally thanking me for it now. And I believe it is said that she has fibroids. Um, and the CMOS helped her. I've been, I used to be making purifying drinks for her as well with celery and so on. So that's a benefit I gained from that as well.
Give thanks.
And also the
Well,
wider
I
population, they have reached out to me as to like, okay, Roxanne, how do you do that? Like, how can I, turn around my diet? I really want to change, so it has really impacted many lives as a result.
all right, give thanks. Well, I mean, I see that you have some reviews on your Facebook page also. The figures that you got for your finances, right?
Yes.
How did you come up with these figures? And then if it is that, because I just see you have like exact amounts like 50,000, 50,000, then you have 25,000, then you have 40,000. So you're going to be needing $165,000 to start up that that
That was
enterprise.
actually an error. It's supposed to be 140. So
Okay.
one of them has to be 25,000. I think twice it has to have 25,000 because we
Oh,
revised it and then it
okay.
just happened that she put out the wrong slide, but that's okay.
Okay. Give
We just
thanks.
thought we would clarify it. It's actually 140.
Okay. Give thanks. I have a problem with the figure. I'm just saying then, how
Not
is
a
it that
problem.
you,
I
yeah,
just thought to clarify that.
give thanks. How is it that you feel that, how did you come up with that figure? And then within your presentation, um, um, I would probably like to see like probably more or how you expect to make that money back. How is it that you're going to be making back that your strategy,
And
your
one one thing I think I missed to mention is that was the business was personally invested in thus far.
okay, okay.
But
Give
through
thanks.
Chamber of Commerce and other partners which we mentioned, we're looking to acquire funding, which will be
Okay.
in the value of with that which we mentioned. And how did we come up with the figure? We got help from a prior training that we attended and well advised from also parties which we did not mention here, but are pushed are well closest to us.
Well, and I feel that it would be very wise that, and if it is that you have a little bit more clarity in how it is that you need to actually effect your service to provide that service, and what is it that would stand out differently, than all of the other enterprises. And you don't have to be like vegan, because vegan people just drink coke and all these different type of things, soft drinks and all stuff. You don't have to be like vegan to be healthy. So your overall purpose, the intention is good, but it would be a bit misleading to call the enterprise Vegan Avenue and calling it probably Natural Avenue or Good Life Avenue. No
Yeah,
eating,
what
whatever
happened?
it is, would basically
Oh God.
um because the purpose, I think that she think that, but your purpose is good. So just make sure that you accurately highlight the things that you really want to do, especially the finances, because sometimes you might think that $140,000 is a lot of money, but when you really begin to articulate everything that you really need in detail, you might find that might even be a bit lacking. So give thanks and for your bravery to be able to come out and stand up for what you believe in.
Thank you. And well
Uh,
taken.
give thanks.
But that business is we have already registered it, you see. And to go and change the name, like that's a bit much.
Well, I mean, it's either you change the name or you change the, or you change, because okay, there are vegans that, and number one, when I go on Instagram, I couldn't find your page as vegan. There are other people who are already Vegan Avenue on Instagram, and then when I go on to G Nation Free to Free, it's very difficult. I was no, I looked at the Instagram, and then I saw you had fish pizza. Now, someone who, none of vegan people are very, there are some people, the audacity is tremendous, man. These people are ferocious, right? So even that community, to see that people, someone using the name vegan and selling fish and cheese, and I'm just saying that it would appear a way misleading, and they themselves would take offense with that vegan community. And I'm not saying to change the name. It's up to you. It's whatever that you see that is fitting for what it is that you have to offer. It is just a bit
Yeah, because
and also
our main aim is
congratulations also for overcoming
thank you.
the initial internet challenge that you had, and you're still able to present your
Thank
things.
you.
Yeah, give thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much again, Right Honorable Priest Kailash, for agreeing to be one of our expert panelists. Great questions that you posed to our presenter. Really, really great questions. And Roxanne, I'm hoping that you're taking note of these questions and realizing that he's just trying to assist you, especially in finding yourself and differentiating yourself in that space of other persons trying to do the same thing, really identifying what you represent and what you really put out there for the public. So again, thank you so much. So Right Honorable Priest Kailash, I'm going to send you to the back so that you can continue to watch and listen, and then we're going to now have Q&A with Miss Roxanne Mathurin and the audience. So this is now the time where the audience will get their chance to ask you their questions and of course to share their comments with you. So I'm going to be pulling them up on the screen. So those of you who are viewing on Facebook, those of you who are viewing on YouTube, I'm advising you to please, if you have any questions or comments, this is the time. We're going to be highlighting them on the screen. And then, of course, Roxanne will be responding to these questions. All right. So I'm going to be putting up the information for Vegan Avenue. For those of you who want to visit their pages, the information is there. So let's go to the very, very, very first one. Okay, so we have Anita, Nati, and Marcia Brandon watching on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Melita, thank you. Um, Honorable Goddess Ethiopia Uhuru. I'm hoping I pronounced it correctly. I apologize if I did not. Thank you for watching. We have My Liquor on Facebook. Um, who else we're having on Facebook? Yes, we have My Liquor watching on Facebook and some other viewers as well. We have a total of 16 viewers right now watching on YouTube and on Facebook. And our very first question, our very first question or should I say comments. I'm going to start highlighting them right now. So we have this comment from Natty. Nice job, Rox. So I'm guessing that she's familiar with you or you're familiar with her. Awesome.
Yes,
So that is,
actually foreign too.
okay. So Natty, please let us know where you're joining us from so that we can, of course, give you a shout out. We also have Miss Marcia Brandon. She is the managing director of Gen Caribbean and also of COESL and a supporter of Startup Huddle St. Lucia. She's also watching on YouTube. Thank you so very much, Miss Brandon, for joining.
Thank you.
Melita Ashford is there. She
Thank
said,
you.
well done. Well
Thank you.
done. Um,
You.
also, we have, let's see, we have this comment here. There are other competitors, but she probably had specific ones she targeted. I know quite a few others. So what Honorable Goddess is saying is that based on your presentation, there are a lot more competitors in your industry than you, of course, showcased, but you possibly don't know who they are. So being the fact
No.
that she's familiar, maybe you can
Yeah.
connect with her and find out who those other businesses are so that you can become more knowledgeable of them. Um, then we have this question from My Liquor. My Liquor is asking this question. Is it a
Oh,
home-based business or is
yes,
it
that's
an
true.
outside facility?
That's true. Well, for right now, we do deliveries. And well, to answer the home based or outside, not outside yet. Well, as per COVID too, yeah, we haven't had an outside location. But that is to be announced very soon.
Okay, so it's home-based. All right. So you said it's home-based and you do deliveries. What areas do you deliver to?
Well, mainly cashews and grocery, as if I may disclose, we are not mobile as yet, which is of
Oh,
course why
okay.
we had transportation in the disposition.
Okay, understood, understood. And typically, how many deliveries would you say that you would accomplish for a week?
Hmm. 10 max, yeah,
10
about that.
deliveries. Okay, and do you offer free delivery or is there a cost?
No, there's a cost of $5 to $10 depending on location.
Okay,
Let's
five
say
to ten
okay,
dollars. Okay.
for
I would
$10 you buy.
advise that delivery be a flat rate of $10 within a particular region, and anything
Yeah,
outside of that region goes above 10
above
because
that,
again, you're talking
right?
that you're not mobile, so everything you have to pay for.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
$5 is a bit cheap for
Okay.
delivery. Okay, so
Okay.
that's just my contribution. You should
Okay.
increase that delivery fee from 5 to 10. So flat 10
Okay.
in the city center, Castries central area,
Uh-huh.
deliveries
So
to this area, $10 flat. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we have our next question from Nati, and she's saying, it is understood too much of anything is not good. Does the product state the limits of consumption of the item at a time or day, etc.?
Well, as we see, it's natural. I would say one would use their discretion as to how they consume, but I would say it should depend on products produced and delivered to you. It doesn't, well, especially for CMOS, if it contains, let's say, um, coconut milk or, yeah, anything that's milk based or oat based, especially that you consume it within the time span of a day. That is what is recommended, or we would recommend.
Okay. And of course, as she would have stated, too much of anything is not good. Sometimes even too much water drinking at one point in time can be not too good for you. So do
Right.
you give certain directions depending on who is consuming? For example, you said there's young persons that you cater to, and there's the
Yeah.
elderly. So do you indicate on your packaging as to how much persons can consume within a period of time? Do you indicate that?
Well, not that we haven't done that at present, but over time we're looking to include that.
Okay,
But
excellent.
presently we give it by word of mouth. So if
Okay.
you know, yeah, when we deliver, we make sure we indicate, okay, this is to be used, as I mentioned before,
Mm-hmm.
at or well for a duration of the 24-hour period within which we delivered to you or you pick up from us.
Okay, noted. But let me just put a plug in here and let you know that everything must be placed on packaging because that is standardized, especially with regards to Signature Bureau of Standards. Whatever you're consuming, there must be um a sort of
Yes,
guideline as to how much you can consume within a period of time, right?
yes,
Because since it's all natural, it does have an expiry date at some point. So,
and
how soon do you need to consume this by? And also how much can you consume within a period of time, and also with those persons who are on medications, does it clash with any medications?
ah,
'Cause there are
yes,
some
yes,
persons, if they're hypertensive, there's some natural
yes,
products they cannot take. So these are
yes,
certain things that you may need to look at and include in
yes,
your packaging and also in your disclaimers, so that at least it covers you with regards to insurance, right? Because when you're
yes,
dealing with food, that's a really ticklish thing. So in terms of insurance and in terms of standards, I highly suggest that you standardize everything and make it
yes,
visible so persons can see. So they cannot
yes.
say, I did not see, because it is on the
That's right.
packaging. Yeah?
That's right.
Okay,
Yes.
so here's the
Another
next
question.
question from Anita James. What is your customer base like?
Can I ask in terms of what percentage region came from?
I think you can best determine as to how to answer that question from the perspective of if it's just local, if it's regional, if it is international.
Oh,
I guess it's up to you to determine.
okay. For right now, it's local. I mean, we have regional persons questioning certain things on our page. People, surprisingly, we don't even know as yet.
Mm-hmm.
However, yes, for right now, we only do in our region.
Okay,
And
all
we
right
have
then.
only gotten from our region. Yes.
Okay, so
We're
I'm
looking
guessing
to
with
do
some guidance and some support, when you have a solid footing and foundation, you'd be in a better position to expand. Of course,
yes,
depending on the market, because there must be a demand or a need for what you're offering, so that you
yes,
can expand. Okay,
yes.
so there is another
We've partnerships too.
mention. Very good. So there's
Yes.
another mention from Natty in relation to again consumption with regards to children of a particular age. Is there a limit to consumption for them, or is there a guideline for children for specific ages?
Yes. Yes, there would be.
Okay,
Because we
excellent.
go, well, from my personal knowledge, and of course, statistics which have shown certain things that children will not be able to consume at a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we stipulate that. And hence why, even more so, you look at the age of 2 years. Anywhere under that, they cannot use, well, CMOS is not advisable
Okay.
because, of course, they grow on breast milk first, and then they, in their transition to eating stronger foods and heavier foods, they are able to consume that which we produce or are soon to produce.
Okay, understood. And we have a comment here from Malika, again in relation to children. If there is a child who is used to eating everything and the doctors have drastically changed their diet, no flour, no nuts, no wheat, no dairy products, what products do you carry that is easy on the palate rather than an acquired taste?
Okay. All right. No wheat, no nuts, no dairy. Well, I could say our products are non-dairy. So um I'm looking also to launch a line of baby food which would cater to sensitive stomachs and, well, any other needs, well, special needs
Mm-hmm.
that a child would, because I was saying I fall into the category of pregnant women, and I also have um, a 7-year-old daughter. So I honestly know what it's like to not be able to have that in a diet. Because believe me, she was 28 weeks and very small at birth.
Wow.
So, yeah, due to preeclampsia,
Mm-hmm.
may I say, she was 1 pound. Yes.
Wow. I can't
Yeah.
even imagine what that would look like or feel
So
like.
that
My
was not
goodness.
easy. That was not in no way easy. To see
Wow.
my body like blow up like an elephant to looking at me now, it's amazing how I survived that all.
Praise
And
the
I'm
Lord
so
by the
glad
grace
to
of God.
tell my
By
story.
the grace of God. We
So
do have another. We do have another comment here. This is a very interesting question. I get that question a lot. I've been getting it for years. Isn't there
um,
vegan cheese?
It's not possible.
vegan cheese is not vegan. However, there are alternatives to cheese.
Mm-hmm.
There I came into contact in my agro processing market journey, being outdoors and doing outdoor sales, as I mentioned, with the Taiwanese trade shows and so on. We came to understand that there was a chickpeas cheese that is been selling now, and I
Chickpeas
was
cheese. I
amazed.
have not even heard of that one.
Yes, surprisingly. And someone even told us something about tofu that we didn't even know. And we had to research that for ourselves to say, hey, but why are we serving that? And that is not um health. Well, I won't say it's not healthy, but it's proven to have a decline in sales for it.
Mm-hmm.
So much it's not even on the market as much. That's what we realize. So I don't
Ah,
blame people for not wanting to use it. But yeah, vegan cheese, there is nothing like vegan in cheese.
so there's
Cheese is
nothing.
all
So
vegan.
even the cheese, I'm going to say it. There's a particular supermarket
Oh, well,
that
yes.
has, and it says vegan cheese or vegetarian cheese. So now you're hearing there is no such thing
No such thing.
as vegan or vegetarian cheese. But I don't know why it's on the packet, but it's there. So,
Some people actually use it and they say probably it works for them, but and even I used to use it and think. And then when someone close to me made me aware of it and told me, okay, but how are you using that? And that's not vegan. No
hmm,
cheese can ever be vegan
hmm,
because all cheese has an element of dairy, whether full cream, skim, pasteurized, plenty. It has.
My goodness. And the reason why this has a particular amount of importance to me is because my late husband, he died of cancer, and one thing that he loved his dairy, he loved his meat, and then when he was told that he had to stop eating all of that, it
Oh
was
boy.
tough for him. It was so tough that he started looking for vegan cheese. He started looking for vegan chocolate. He started looking for all
Well,
kind
then
of
they
things
should
just to
chocolate.
keep, just to hold on to the stuff that he loved so much. He was
Yeah.
just looking for everything that was vegan. I told him, but no, there's no vegan cheese. There's no vegan this. There's no vegan that.
Not at
And,
all.
it was tough for him, but that was a reality that he had to accept. Once the body rejects, once you're in a position where it's affecting your health, you have to let it go. This is a life or death situation. Some people, they just choose to do it because they want to live healthy. Other people, they do it because of health conditions. But either way, when you change your diet, there is, let me tell you something, a healthy eating does taste good, it really does. It's
Yes.
just
It
it's
does.
like you have to train
It does.
yourself, but it
Believe me.
does taste good, right?
It
So
does.
just give it some time, give it a chance. And we have a comment here. There's cashew cheese. Yes, I know,
Oh
because I've
yes.
made cashew cheese,
Yes.
right? That's what I've
Wonderful.
used in
I
the
like it.
pizzas, the macaroni. That persons love the
Yes.
macaroni and cheese. We use cashew
Yes.
cheese. We blend it up. We get it from the health food stores, the ingredients, and we make our own cashew cheese. So yes,
Yes.
you can make your own cheese. It's called cashew cheese, but it's not advisable for persons with nut allergies. Okay, because
Yes.
cashews are nuts. It's not
Yes.
advisable for persons with nut allergies. Okay,
Yes.
and
Yes. And there's something called
we have a
nutritional yeast as well, from what I understood.
yes, yes, and we have another comment here. If it's made from fish, that's the fish pizza. It's not vegan, and that is correct
Yes.
because fish
Totally
is a
understood.
meat. Fish is a
Well
meat.
taken.
Yeah.
Well taken. Yes.
Um.
Well
All
taken.
right. So Miley has another comment. She says, um,
Kailash has a point, especially in this
yes.
pandemic.
So Right Honorable Kailash has a point, especially in this pandemic. You really have to stick to the name of your products, and the name may limit your progress. And
True.
that can be true. That can be true. That can be true. Okay, so let's see how many other comments we can pull up on the main stage. So that, let's see here. Somebody posted there's a difference between vegan and vegetarian. And that is
Yes.
correct.
Totally understood here.
That is very much correct. And
Yes.
this person made a statement again. You need to be vegan specific.
Okay.
Okay, so if you
So
identify as vegan,
totally
it should be
plant-based.
strictly vegan. If it's vegetarian, it should be strictly vegetarian because there's a difference between the two,
Yes.
and we get that point.
Because our thing was the reason why like we explored the lacto ovo and the pescatarian is because it's like we wanted to do like a diversion into, or I should say be diverse in catering to people. So it's like, okay, because there are a lot of people eating fast food out there, and I mean, we're not trying to put anybody out of business, right? But at the end of the day, everybody should come to the realization that all this KFC, churches, you name them, companies, they're taking all your money to do what? Cause more harm than good to you. So how about we cater to you, meet you at your need, but we don't provide any meat of any sort. That is one thing. But if we stick plant-based, then maybe it will be better for everybody across the board, seeing as our name precedes plant-based only, as we know for vegan,
Mm-hmm.
because of course we know and have understood that vegan and vegetarian, two different people. And
You are correct.
like we were told, vegan have different class. So it's like, yeah, we're trying to provide to everybody, but in a different wavelength. But we realize we cannot please everybody. So
True.
I in the name we have, we stick to plant-based. So I agree. So we edit our first story and we keep plant-based. So for now, viewers, we are plant-based only, as we
Okay, so
understand that vegan speaks plant-based.
all right,
The
so
pescatarians, they have
you
other
heard
names for it.
everybody. Okay, and I'm also going to, I've been sharing this rolling banner at the bottom of our screen. This is the information, of course, to follow Vegan Avenue. Visit them on Facebook, on Instagram. The email is there as well as the mobile phone. That is their contact information. If in case you want to find out more about them, patronize their products, purchase them, try them out, you can do so. I'm just going to highlight a few other comments, just a few more. We have some really great comments here. Keep up the good work, Roxanne. Edrisha Boyd is saying that keep up the good work. Then we have a question from Marcia Brandon. Do you use gluten?
No, absolutely not.
All right, there we go. And here's another comment from her. I have a celiac disease, and I used to use vegan cheese and found that out. I now use lactose-free cheese. I don't know what that is. I
Now,
don't, I don't know
as
what that
we
is.
just clarified before, there is no such thing as lactose-free cheese. Because when I saw that, I laughed. Unless probably you're getting that from overseas, which I don't know where they're getting that. Because believe me, that is bizarre. No cheese can ever, and I mean ever, be lactose-free, meaning without milk. It is highly impossible unless there is cashew cheese or what they call chickpea cheese, the alternatives which any vegan could introduce to you, because lacto-free is not. There is
Okay.
no
Well, she
such thing.
responded. She responded. She said she get it from the UK. She responded. I would love to
Well,
see a photo of that package.
I need to see
I would
it.
love to see a
Yes,
photo of that package, so that I
I
can
want to
see what
see
it
it.
looks like because I've never known of that type of cheese. I need to
Never,
see what that is. Um,
never. Not even vegan or vegetarian. When I see that, I'm like, oh wow, vegan cheese. Hmm. Oh wow,
okay.
vegetarian cheese, really? And I'm
All
looking
right.
on the
So
packaging and seeing
Marcia,
like,
I would love.
what is
This is just from
this?
me personally. I would love to see a photo of that packaging so I can do some research on it. Because there's
Um,
always something that they're not telling you. That's supposed to be in the packaging, not telling you. So there's always
thank
something.
you,
So we
thank
need to
you.
research that and find
And
out what is really going on in that, in that packaging. We need to find out, right? All right.
yeah,
So these are all the comments and questions we're going to highlight for this evening. We have to
okay.
start rounding up. Unfortunately,
Well, any other
Mrs.
question? Feel free to
Well,
personally
yes.
message.
So those of
Yeah.
you who have any further questions or comments for Roxanne, the information, like I stated, is showing on the banner below. Please reach out to them. I'm also going to post it. I'm also going to post it in the chat so that you can have access to that information. It's going to be posted in the chat. So if you'd like to visit Vegan Avenue or contact them, this information is in the chat. Check in the comment box or in the chat for that information. And we are rounding up. We are kind of coming to a close. Unfortunately, Mrs. Darrell is not able to come back with us. She's having technical issues. She was
Okay.
supposed to present on a topic, a really wonderful
Oh,
topic. I was looking
that's
forward to hearing from her. But unfortunately, the internet is doing some mess with us this evening.
yeah,
But the devil is
boy.
a liar. We will get that
Indeed.
presentation from her and we will post it on our page. So you will not be robbed of that experience. Okay. Those of you who came to listen to that guest speaker presentation, we
Oh,
will
it
be
was a
sharing it
pleasure.
on the page.
It was a pleasure.
All right. So Roxanne, again, I will say thank you. And what I will allow you to do is, of course, answer this one question for me. What
Yes.
can we as a community do to help you and your business, Vegan Avenue?
Okay. What can you do to help? Well, the least we would love from you is your support, and any business that you guys have that y'all need promoted, I'll be happy to as well. So each one support one, and we together, as we know, we all in this together.
All
So
right.
thank you very much. I am very grateful to all viewers. God bless you all richly. Much appreciated.
Well said. Very well said. And I'm also going to bring on Right Honorable Priest Kailash back to the stage so that he can give his final words and also share with you how you can get in touch with him and find out how you can experience what he's providing at his Rejuvenation Center. Right Honorable Priest Kailash?
Yes, let's give thanks. Because the rubric was not thing, so how do we the scoring that we're supposed to do and all these different things there?
Well, the
We'll get that
rubric is going to be
afterwards,
used
right?
in a private
Yeah.
session, the after the event. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, give thanks again for the presentation. I would say that the intention is a good intention. It's just that I would think that the presenters would just need to do probably a bit more research. Cheese is just a figurative term, so there are plenty different type of cheese. It's just figurative. So it's a cashew cheese. There is not really chickpea cheese. It's called hummus. You know,
Um,
so there are plenty of different things that they utilize. People utilize to and call it cheese. And there is also lactose-free milk. So you find lactose-free milk in supermarkets all around the place. So they would make lactose-free cheese different places. Lactose is just the sugar that is found in milk, basically. So I give thanks for the opportunity. I pray that it actually helps to stimulate and light some fire to make everything a bit better. And that with the whole aspect of healthy eating and healthy living, it's good to see that people are really, jumping and clapping and singing and speaking about these type of things, because most times in the past that was not really in the conversation. So give thanks for the young people taking it up. All strength and prosperity. As you said, we are from Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center. I mean, our services, you could just check on our website, priestkailash.com, or you could just check us on Instagram at Honorable Priest Kailash. Definitely give thanks again and do give thanks for the opportunity.
And thank you so very much, Right Honorable Priest Kailash. Thank you so very much for being with us. Thank you once again. And Roxanne, again, thank you to you for sharing your story with us. It was amazing. And we'll definitely be sure to be following you on your social media pages and to test out and sample what it is that you're providing for us that are trying to um, have this healthy lifestyle. Thank you once again. And we'll say good evening to you. And of course, she will be having her private session with Miss Darrell and also Right Honorable Priest Kailash. After the event, they will, of course, meet up and have one-on-one sessions where they will then delve into what they can do to assist her in properly positioning herself in her business with what she's trying to do. Again, thank you so much for doing that. Now, coming up next, after our brief break, coming up next, we're going to have community announcements. Roxanne does have some information to share about something happening with her business. So we're going to start with her, and then we're going to end up with our other announcements in the business and entrepreneurial community. After this break, we will have our announcements. Please stay with us. right, welcome back. And we have now our community announcements. This is where you get to share with our local entrepreneurial community any events, any activities, any programs, anything, any announcements that's happening that you would like them to know. And Roxanne does have some information to share. Roxanne, go ahead.
Yes, so hello again, viewers. And we present to you Mondays and Wednesdays, quesadillas, and taco Tuesdays and Thursdays, and of course, the Fridays, we have pizza. So come on down to Vegan Avenue, where we provide the best cuisine ever.
All right. That was a great promo, Roxanne. So I'm guessing you have probably like a flyer or something you can share with us
Yes,
so
we
that we
do.
can. Excellent. So just share that information with us and then we will share with our audience who is watching and listening as well. All right. So again, Roxanne, thank you so much for joining us. Have a really great evening. And
Yes, thank
now,
you.
awesome. Bye, Roxanne. Great to have you with us. And now we have our colleague, Marvin, who is going to be sharing our other community announcements that you need to know. Marvin,
Marvin,
welcome.
welcome.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
All right. So, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Um, so the community announcements for now. The Entrepreneurship World Cup St. Lucia 2021 applications are open and will be closed on May 31st, 2021. To celebrate our 42nd independence anniversary, EWCLCA will be launched under the theme, and it's a strong theme, building resilience for the entrepreneurship. We can, we will. Also, we have the UNDP Future Tourism Project. As part of the Future Tourism Project, the United Nations Development Programme, the UNDP, is launching a sign up call for the Eastern Caribbean MSMES. Interested in receiving training, technical assistance, and grants. And that is the community announcements.
Thank you so very much, Marvin, for those announcements. And again, if you have any community announcements of your own that you would like to share with us or you'd like us to share with you, the community, and the wider public, please send your announcements to Startup Huddle St. Lucia at gmail.com. Again, Startup Huddle St. Lucia at gmail.com. That is where you need to send your community announcements, and we will share that as part of our mass email that we have to our hundreds of subscribers and our viewers as well. Now, again, this is the event that we host on the second Wednesday of every month. We love Startup Huddle St. Lucia. We connect, we educate, we engage. We help one entrepreneur at a time. And you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. We are on LinkedIn as well. You can email us at startuphuddlesintlucia at gmail.com. And you can also send us a WhatsApp message on 758-484-5374. Again, 758-484-5374. You've been watching Startup Huddle St. Lucia, Healthy Eating, the Key to Life. Once again, if you want to follow the Right Honorable Priest Kailash and his Rejuvenation Center, you can reach out to them. We posted the information in the chat, so please search it, visit, and share with others. For the organization, which of course Miss Robin Darrell is part of, the Rural Women Producers. You can follow them on Facebook, SLNRWP. You can also reach them on WhatsApp as well. That is the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Producers. You can find them on Facebook. Thank you so much to our expert panel for joining us this evening. Thank you so much to Miss Roxanne, Mrs. Roxanne Mathurin of Vegan Avenue for presenting tonight at Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Startup Huddle St. Lucia is the product of, or Startup Huddle is a product of the Global Entrepreneurship Network, that is the global host. And Sludterra is the national host of Startup Huddle St. Lucia. We are proudly sponsored by the U.S. Department of State via the U.S. Embassy of Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean, and the OECS. We are supported by the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative, the Wildlife Network, the Taiwanese Embassy in St. Lucia, Gen Caribbean, the Caribbean Center of Excellence for Sustainable Livelihoods, and of course, the Cut Buddy, of course, is also one of our supporters. So thank you for tuning in. Of course, our next event is going to happen next month. Please take note of the closing video that we're going to be showing as we come to a close. This is when our next event is going to be held. We're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you for joining us once again. This is Michelle Samuel signing out as the host and as the head organizer of Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Thank you so much. See you next time.
What do you need to transform your career goals into reality? You need the Wiley Network.
You guys are awesome.
I'm forever grateful for being a part of this network, which has changed my life and my confidence.
What is the Wiley Network? Your connection to an abundance of resources. There are so many valuable tools, such as online courses, training videos, toolkits, discussion guides, blogs, and workbooks. That is the Wiley Network, and it's all available at wiley.state.gov.
Very proud to be a part of this.
The Wiley Network gives members the means to grow as entrepreneurs and improve their communities.
This is a call to you, young leaders of Latin America, the Caribbean, and Canada. It's your chance to develop your skills, expand your business, and network with leaders and with your peers. It's a way for you to enhance your knowledge, your economic opportunities, and your future. When you join the Wiley Network, you'll get regular updates on new initiatives, opportunities, and information created specifically for young leaders. You can engage on social media and join important discussions that affect your community. You can use all of these digital resources to expand your entrepreneurial potential and create a brighter future. By joining the Wiley Network, you gain access to all the benefits. You can expand your skills and connect with fellow leaders working to create change in their communities. The Wiley Network empowers you to achieve and succeed. Don't wait for change. Create it. To learn more about the Wiley Network and to become a member, go to wiley.state.gov.
St. Lucian entrepreneurs are bright idea, big picture people, the lifeblood of our nation. If you have been in business for 7 years or less, apply to participate in the Entrepreneurship World Cup 2021 national competition. Do not pass up the chance to win $500,000 cash and pitch your business idea to global investors and partners in the biggest pitch competition in the world. Go to www.entrepreneurshipworldcup.com to sign up today. We are building resilience through entrepreneurship. We can, we will.